What's up guys, it's Cameron here, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how much YouTube paid me with 10,000 subscribers. And I'm going to kind of go over the whole last year. Let's get into that. But before we do, comment and tell me if you like this background color or not. I have it on that complimentary yellow and purple vibe. Don't know if it looks stupid. I kind of like it. My camera's so far away and the monitor above it is so far away that like I can't even actually see it. So let's get into it. All right, we're in my computer. We're in my channel dashboard. You can see my most recent video sucks. It's a 10 out of 10, which is bad. That's a bad 10 out of 10. You want 1 out of 10. So that just means out of my last 10 videos, it's performing in the bottom. So really bad. These gray little arrows tell me that nobody likes it, but I also purposely made this video just as a little tidbit, as a search type video. So hopefully over time it gets more views. It's not really meant for right now views. So who knows? Anyway, let's get to what you actually wanted to see. We're gonna hop into my analytics. Feel free to ask questions about any of these numbers that you see. Specifically, I'm just gonna be talking about the money. Right now, I'm not earning a bunch right now. I post a lot less than I usually did back in the day, but I plan on ramping that up. I'm already doing that. That's what these videos are for. So let's hop into revenue and let's just do the last 365 days. You can see these numbers have gone down for sure. I mean, on average, I was making 20 to 50 bucks a day, and now I make like 12 to like 25 at best these days. But you can see there's a lot less going on. I don't do lives anymore. I need to hop back and do lives. So not sure if that matters, but there are a lot of things that affect how much money you make, and we're gonna see what those numbers look like. So total for, let's just do 2022. Let's look at that. You can see I started making a lot and it really started going down, and I started putting a lot less effort in my channel because my topic, my niche, which is dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace and shops, really just started to like, people weren't selling as much, so the videos are less helpful. I'm posting less because I'm like, how much more can I even post? Yeah. Okay, so for all of 2022, I made $9,843. The first year of me being monetized, let's do 2021 and see what that number looks like. I'm gonna change the date range real quick. I made $10,466, so not that much different, only about 2,000 less. I swear I made more than that, but if you consider I wasn't monetized until April, so the first three months, and my first month monetized was actually my highest paid month, and that was only with 1,000 subscribers. So I really want to highlight that because I have 10,000 subscribers right now, but I make less money than I ever have. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me either. One of these things has to do with the luck of my channel. I just happened to start and get monetized I got monetized like in 3 months of starting. My channel's really old, but I hadn't actually started posting new videos until about 3 months before I got monetized. And I was covering a topic that was new, people were very interested in it, searching it all the time, really trying to pay attention for little nuggets of information within my videos. And I'm pretty sure that's what spurred the growth at first. I also am pretty sure that because it was new, YouTube still had to kind of figure out who was great advertising for our videos. Me and other YouTubers is what I'm talking about. So I made the most. Like my first month fully monetized was $1,700, and I only had 1,000 subscribers, maybe like 1,200 at the time. So that, and then at the same time, that was like my peak of affiliates that I had. So I've made more money from my affiliates than I ever have from YouTube AdSense, or YouTube ad revenue. So I know you've probably heard that on other videos. Don't just rely on YouTube ad earnings, especially because this is kind of in the finance area, which is a higher paying niche. If you're like a gaming channel or whatever, I don't know what your pay rates are, but they aren't, from what I understand, as high as like finance or making money type channels. So something to keep in mind when you're like trying to get inspiration. Don't be discouraged if your money, metrics are less. You just need to garner more attention. As long as you make good videos, just focus on making good videos, which I don't even make great videos. This isn't a great video. I have over time kind of made my background and stuff like that, but it's really not important. You got to think. You're entertaining people or you're informing people and helping them solve a problem. That's really the only stuff that people get on YouTube for. Entertainment or problem solving, that's it. All right, let's jump into 2022 and look at what all I earned. I earned $9,843.57. Pretty sweet. But you can see December ended with like a really horrible $497, which if you aren't monetized yet, that probably sounds awesome to you. And it is. It's super cool that I can just post videos and make money off of it. That is amazing. So don't think I'm trashing that at all. But if you look at compared to January, that is less than half of what I was making in January. So the first 4 months of the year, even the first 5, about $1,000, but it slowed downhill from there. Around that time was when people are getting more concerned with finances and stuff going on in the world and everything like that. And I'm posting less starting at that point. Now, that number was already going down before that, but I was happy with a pretty consistent $1,200 to $1,000 a month just from YouTube. YouTube pays me on the 21st of every month. That's when I get a direct deposit. So it's kind of cool. Like, if I earn whatever in January, on the 21st of February, I get that money. And that was a nice little extra check I got every month, which is pretty sweet. All my affiliates that I use, those pay me basically at the first of every month or somewhere around there. And I actually make more from that. And of course, I have my course for my niche, and I have a VIP group that people can join and talk to me one-on-one and do all of that. So that also brings in a little bit of income, but all the income for the VIP group, I use and invest it back into resources for that. So like if I need to pay for something, to learn something or something like that, it's a pool of money that I use for that. So that's kind of just a little peek behind the curtain for you. It's nice to come up with an income stream that's actually to fund helping your channel and helping people that you're helping if you're like a problem-solving channel. Now, over time, it's just so I'm a person with 10,000 subscribers, as you've seen. And when I hit that number, it was awesome and underwhelming at the same time. For those of you who have 5 subscribers or 20 or 1,000 or 500 and you're just waiting, it's amazing to see that number grow. It really is. And I'm nowhere near like 100,000 or a million or any of those, not even 80,000, 50,000, whatever. Obviously, I'm not there yet. I don't need to keep explaining that to you. But it's amazing. It's so cool to see that number get bigger. I'm about to be in my next 100. I will say that this number right here, see this little, you've got 146 in the last 28 days. That used to say like 500 something. So my channel has definitely slowed down in growth. Now, I am one of the biggest channels when it comes to just Facebook dropshipping. Now, you can tell by this Walmart Marketplace logo, I'm starting to branch out. But up until this point recently, I've been primarily just a Facebook channel. So I'm the bigger one of those. There are a couple guys that are like 8 times my size, but they cover a lot of like eBay and other kind of topics that are their own thing. So you could make an argument that maybe I've just reached a max of how many people find value in this topic. I doubt it, but you could argue that if you wanted to. Now's the time to start branching out. There's a lot of people having success in my niche talking about other things. And you'll find if you go to the channels that they actually have more views on topics that have nothing to do with our niche of Facebook Marketplace. So that's one of the downsides though, is you start posting stuff like that, you run into that fear of losing your audience, and then it's just this double-edged sword of like, and you get in your head about it too much. Just focus. If you're in that point, focus on just making videos that help. And if you're entertaining, just keep being you then. And do both if you're a problem-solving channel. Just help people. Help people solve a problem. Help people figure something out. I'm really just helping people who are trying to grow their channels, and I've watched plenty of these videos over the last 2 years as I'm growing mine to kind of keep me going. So hopefully this can be that for you. I'm just going to glance at my analytics again. I'm going to look at subscribers. I really love how YouTube will be like, it's this much less than usual. And that means for the last 28 days. So again, my channel is a lot slower than it used to be. And I'm making a lot less than I used to. Subscribers, something made me lose subscribers. So just in the last 30 days, I've got 146 subscribers. In the last 90, it's about 500. And in the last 365 days, I've gained 3.7 thousand in the last year. Pretty sweet. And like I said, I make a lot of money that isn't YouTube ad revenue. So I don't get too worried when my ad revenue is down. So if you want to make money even before you're monetized, watch this video right here. I will show you how much I make from other aspects of my YouTube channel and how you can do the same thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.